Okay. Good morning, everyone. We were discussing on the topic a tiger in the zoo. So we have already completed the first and second stanza. Today we are going to see the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. So he should be snarling around houses. Means so there might be houses on the edges of the forest, and so what this tiger should actually be doing, it should be snarling around the houses. What is snarling now? Let's see what is snarling. Snarling means making noise and frightening people near the houses. Now, at the jungle's edge. So this means that these houses might be located at the edges of the jungle, and this tiger should actually being going there and frightening people. मतलब जैसे कि houses जो घर located था at the edge of the jungle, and this tiger should actually being going there, means वो घर का आसपास जाता था टाइगर जो, एंड क्या करता था उधर घर का आसपास जाके वो जो घर का फैमिली मेम्बर्स है उन लोग को वो डराता था. Now see, bearing his white fangs, his claws. What is bearing? Bearing means showing, dikhana. So fangs means a long white teeth that it has in his mouth. What is fangs? फैंग्स का मतलब होता है कि जो टाइगर का सफ़ेद वाला लंबा वाला दांत जो होता है वो दिखा रहा था वो. फैंग्स मीन्स अ लॉन्ग वाइट टीथ दैट इट हैज़ in its mouth. So it shows its white fangs, white long teeth. So, and it claws. Claws means the nails. जो टाइगर का नाखून होता है लंबा वाला. And terrorizing the village, and वो terrorizing the villagers near their houses. Terrorizing the village by showing all these things, it's frightened the people who are staying in that house, in that village which is located at the edge of the house. So he is saying that the tiger should not be in the cage. So the poet is saying that the tiger should not be in the cage. In the cage, it should be doing all these things in the forest, either looking for a prey near the water hole, or terrorizing the people at the edge of the jungle who lives in houses. So मतलब यहाँ में poet क्या कहना चाह रहा है? यही कि poet जो ये कहना चाह रहा है कि मतलब जो टाइगर केज में है वो सब वहाँ नहीं करना है. the tiger should be doing all these things जो जू में करना चाहता था वो सब वो कहाँ में करना चाहिए था, वो एक फॉरेस्ट में करना चाहिए था. जैसे कि वो hunting for a prey near the water hole, or terrorizing the people at the edge of the jungle who lives in houses. Okay, so let's see the fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, he is trying to behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. So, but he is locked in a concrete cell. Now see, but he, यहाँ पे he दिया हुआ है. Here he describes to the tiger, but here he means the tiger. Okay, he is locked means the tiger is locked in a concrete cell. Now let us see what is concrete cell. Now concrete cell, here it is means a prison or a cage in the zoo. Okay, here the concrete cell, it means the prison or the cage or a cage in the zoo. So his strength behind bars. His strength behind bars means, so whatever the strength the tiger has it can show it only behind the bars. उसका पास जितना वो स्ट्रेंथ था, पावर था, वो सब वो जो केज का अंदर था वो उधर ही वो दिखा सकता है, क्योंकि ही इज लॉक्ड अप इन ए कंक्रीट सेल. वो केज का अंदर बंद है, वो मजबूर है. Here it means the prison on the cage in the zoo. Here strength behind the bars. So whatever tiger, whatever strength the tiger has it, can it only show behind the bars or inside the cage. It cannot do anything outside. मतलब वो बाहर कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि वो बाहर आ ही नहीं सकते. Because the tiger is locked up in a concrete cell in the zoo. So, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. मतलब stalking means walking up and down or to following someone. Length of the cage means, now here it is given the length of his cage. The length of his cage means within its cage. मतलब केज का अंदर ही, बाहर नहीं. So ignoring visitors. So the tiger is locked inside its cage. Tiger को लॉक्ड करके रखा हुआ था एक कंक्रीट सेल पे. And it cannot do anything because it is just locked inside. The tiger cannot do anything because it is locked inside. वो मजबूर है. अगर वो कुछ करने का मन होने से भी वो कर नहीं पा रहा था. Why? Because he is locked up. And it is just walking up and down. And it's not bothering to look at the visitors. वो bother नहीं कर रहा था visitors को देखने के लिए, क्योंकि वो locked up था और वहाँ पे ऐसे बैठा पड़ा हुआ था वो. Why he was not willing to look at the visitors? So why? Because the tiger is angry. Because the tiger is angry because he could not able to live his life in the forest freely. Like the other tigers who are living in the forest, he feels annoyed. मतलब वो annoyed हो रहा था, वो फिर गुस्सा हो रहा था, and doesn't want to be, and that's so the tiger doesn't want to look at the visitors. Who are the visitors now? अभी visitors कौन है? जैसे कि एक जू होता है, जू में तो एक नॉर्मल आदमी लोग ही जाते हैं, जैसे कि देखने के लिए varieties of animals are there. So people used to visit the zoo to look at the animals. So यहाँ पे कुछ आदमी लोग को मेंशन किया हुआ है कि मतलब who are the visitors? Here the visitors are the people who might have come to take a look at the tiger and the other animals at the zoo. Now let's see the last stanza. Here's the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. Means this line says that, so during the night what happens? The last voice that the tiger hears during the night, मतलब जब रात हो रहा था, what happens? The last voice that the tiger used to hear was that of the patrolling cars. Okay, मतलब जब रात हो रहा था और आधी रात हो जाता था, 11 या 12 1 बज रहा था, ऐसे होने से उस समय वो लास्ट वॉइस किसका सुनाई देता था? जो टाइगर जू पे होता था, द पेट्रोलिंग कार्स का वॉइस सुनाई देता था. जो आदमी बैठ के जा रहा होगा पेट्रोलिंग कार का अंदर, उन लोग का वॉइस सुनाई देता होगा. देयर आर पीपल इनसाइड द जू हु कीप मूविंग अप एंड डाउन. देयर आर पीपल इनसाइड द जू, मतलब जब पेट्रोलिंग करते हैं ना वो लोग, जो वहाँ में जू में जब रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिया जाता है डिपार्टमेंट वाइज. सो There are people inside the zoo who keep moving up and down in the cars, checking what the animals are up to. मतलब एनिमल्स का हालचाल देखने के लिए रात को हमेशा वो लोग भाग करता था डिपार्टमेंट वाइज, डे शिफ्ट नाइट शिफ्ट, तो वो लोग एनिमल्स को ध्यान देने के लिए जागता था और देखने के लिए वो लोग पेट्रोलिंग ग्रुप वाइज में जाता था. चेकिंग व्हाट द एनिमल्स आर अप टू, वेदर दे आर ऑल इनसाइड. अगर जू खोल के देखभाल नहीं करने से तो कोई कोई भाग जाएगा. वो सब सोच के क्या करते हैं, जो जू का ओनर्स होता है वो सब गवर्नमेंट लोग कुछ आदमी को पेट्रोलिंग वाइज रखने के लिए देते हैं, काम देते हैं. सो दे यूज्ड टू पेट्रोल, डू देयर ड्यूटी एट नाइट, एंड सो द टाइगर यूज्ड टू हियर द लास्ट वॉइस of the patrolling cars. After that, they used to sleep. The tiger used to sleep maybe. So, and everything is safe. Whether they are all inside and whether everything is safe. So the sound of these cars are the only sounds that these tigers hear or animals hear at the